All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakar Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. And I've been watching this show called Clarkson Farm, which I didn't think I was gonna like, but it's a highly fascinating show, man. Farming is like a highly fascinating thing with like some of the things that you see. Like there was one thing that I seen where the guy had these two wires, and then he was just had to hold them in a certain way. I can't remember what it was called, but he had to hold the wires in a certain kind of way, and then the wire walk around the farm, walk around the field, and the wires would literally turn based on where water was, man. And then when he was directly over a water pipe, the wires would literally cross over without him actually doing it, man. I was just like, man, this is highly fascinating. But one of the things when I was watching this show, since I've been watching this show on season 1, episode 2, I believe it was season 1, episode 2, and he started getting into sheep farming, right? So then he was like, okay, I'm gonna need some male sheep, some rams to breed the other sheep. So he said to them, he was talking about like how many am I gonna need? Like, I want to know how many sheep I'm gonna need. And then the other guy that's deeply into farming that he was talking to was like, yo, you're gonna need about 2. And he's like, no, but I've got 80 sheep though. I've got 80 female sheep. He was like, yeah, you're only gonna need about 2. And they'll be able to pretty much impregnate all of those sheep in like a couple of months, whatever he said, whatever the time frame he said, but it was a short time frame. So then they measured the sheep's testicles or whatever. They do their whole farming thing and all that measure to make sure that it's like a real sturdy ram or whatever, right? And then they just let the rams loose into the field, right? And then the ram was like walking over towards the sheep, the female sheep, right? And it was hilarious. Like as they started to actually get closer and closer and could smell the female sheep, their walk changed, man. And they started having some swag in their walk, right? And then as they got a bit closer, they ran over there. They actually ran over, right? And then when the female sheep saw them, you know what the female sheep did? They chased the rams. The female sheep chased around rams, man. Now you already know what this video is going to be called because the title is going to be in the video, right? But as soon as I seen it, I just laughed out. I was like, man, that's Isaiah 4:1. That made me think straight away of Isaiah 4:1 because right now, right, women have got their mind in a certain kind of way. But when it really goes down, their mind's going to be in a completely different way, man. Their mind's going to be completely different to how they view things now, right? The kind of men that are viewed as nothing are going to become more valuable in that time. Like men that do construction right now, right, will not be viewed as highly as a guy that does IT, for example, right? But men that believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai are viewed as the lowest of all men right now. But when this thing goes down, those are going to be the men that are enjoying Isaiah 4:1 to the fullest. Now there's going to be some worldly men then they're going to get their taste of the Isaiah 4:1 thing. But those men are not the men that are going to be the most highly esteemed of these times because these times that are coming up are designed for believers in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to win. They're not designed for worldly, proud demons that disrespected Yahweh, mocked and laughed at the people that believe in Yahweh. They mocked prophecy, they mocked prophets, right? They mocked believers, they mocked faith, they mocked prophecy, they mocked hope, right? And it was just taught focused heavily solely on chasing a bag and being a worldly demon, man. Like Isaiah 4:1 is gonna come to pass, right? And that video showed me like a small example because the two rams ended up having like what 35 plus each, and then when they ended up actually going into how like okay, how many are pregnant? Like there was the woman that was also into this farming thing. She said, "Oh, this ram has impregnated more than that ram." And that goes into the whole Isaiah 4:1 thing of 7 women shall take hold of one man, because although there was a number to where they could have both had equal, one ram just naturally got a bigger portion because that was just what the spirit had designed for him to have. Just like how when this thing goes down, not every single man he's going to have the same amount of women. Like if there's 10 brothers that believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and 100 women, one man, the spirit might be designed for one man to get 2 of them. And the spirit could also be designed for another man to get 50 of them, another man to get 10, right? And then so on and so forth until the numbers are completely split. But every man would be get his own portion, right? According to how his way is and according to his spirit, right? According to his spirit, man. According to the way how Yahweh made him from the foundations of the world. But Isaiah 4:1 is definitely going to come to pass, right? And chasing it and thinking about it now is like, women are actually quite annoying right now as it goes, to be honest with you. So a multitude of women right now is really being kept away from certain people so that they don't destroy themselves, man. But I just wanted to go into that because I thought it was very interesting. I thought it was hilarious when I seen the female sheep chasing the rams, man. They chased them down. They were chasing them down everywhere the rams went. They were going, right? And that's Isaiah 4:1, right? In that day, some of us shall take hold of one man, then we'll eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take our approach. In the near future, the Israelite man's going to be that ram. And all the women that are desiring salvation and help through him just being himself, like how Yahweh made him, they're going to be chasing him around. They're going to forget all dignity. They're going to forget their dignity. They're going to be just heavily on it with these guys, man. And they're going to be paying their own way. They're going to carry their own weight. They ain't going to be trying to analyze men for what they've got, right? They're going to just be pure. They're not even going to be pure like on what the man even necessarily looks like neither. They're going to be on purely look. They're going to be they're going to be more spiritual than women have ever been in life, because they're going to be analyzing that man for his spirit more than anything else. They're going to be analyzing him for his spirit in that time, and they're not going to be looking at him for like no worldly things. They're going to be looking at him for his spirit that Yahweh gave him. And it's going to be a mad thing, man. But yeah, I'm going to end the video there. I just thought about that and I wanted to put that out there, man. Shalom to you, Shalom.